in the latest video we talked about styles to wear this coming fall, and I wanted to continue that conversation because I got a lot of good feedback and DMs and stuff, and also new subscribers, so very welcome to my channel. I wanted to continue this conversation and talk about men's styles, and I brought an expert. This is my husband, Love.
Hello.
Hello. And we have done a mood board. The link will be in the description below if you wanna pin something from this board that you like or just browse around, feel inspired. Silhouettes. What do we mean by silhouettes?
Yeah, I would say it's been a discussion mainly among females before, but I think it's really important to talk about that for us as well. And it is kind of what you see. When I come walking down the street, you will see my silhouette.
Exactly, like the complete shape of the look.
Yeah, so you can't have like really skinny jeans and a really big puffy jacket because then you look like a microphone.
I guess you can, but it has to be like intentional.
Yeah.
And I think that's what some people are lacking, like the intention behind your silhouette. And this is something that you're very good at because you really think about like, can I wear, it's not a t-shirt and a pair of jeans. It's like, is it a big t-shirt, a small t-shirt, a very tight, a cropped one, etc. So we have some examples of nice silhouettes. Generally, I like the fashion from the 60s and the 70s, and I'm super excited when I see it coming back. So I wanted to show you a couple of like 60s, 70s inspired silhouettes because the flared jean was very in back then, and that's a very specific silhouette that gives you. And depending on how you style it, you can decide yourself how much of a 70s look you want it to look like. This look looks a bit more modern, but it's like a very vintage, actually quite ugly jacket. But I really love the pants that are high-waisted and flared all the way. And that will give a completely different silhouette from some other looks.
This could maybe be even better with a shorter jacket. So like to get that like high waist and short jacket, it's a quite nice silhouette as well. And also like makes you look really slender and tall.
Yeah, and high-waisted pants are something that we haven't seen on men for many years, I think.
Yeah, but now there is a lot of them.
Yeah, what do we think about how high-waisted pants on men?
We like them.
We like them.
Yeah. In Sweden we have an ambassador for it. We have two.
Oh, do we?
We have Benjamin Ingrosso, and then we have David Richard. Both really high-waisted.
And very different
ways.
styles. Yeah, you're right. When it comes to silhouettes, it also has to do with your jacket or coat because we're moving towards fall and it's gonna be colder. So depending on what kind of jacket you choose, you will have a completely different silhouette. And I feel sometimes we forget about the outerwear when we create our outfit because we're at home in our room getting dressed and then we just grab something, and sometimes that can kind of
ruin a whole outfit.
Yeah.
You spent 20 minutes on picking out an outfit and then you just throw on like a shell jacket that doesn't really, like for example the 70s look before. If you just throw on like a North Face shell jacket, that would kind of look weird, or at least it would not ruin, but maybe like
not elevate.
Yeah.
If you only have one jacket, which is totally fine, but you will not have as many looks if you only have one jacket. And now with secondhand, we basically only buy things secondhand. It's quite easy to find good finds cheap. it just needs to be something to think about. What do we have to say about layering?
Well, for me, it's pure joy when I feel like, oh, I have an outfit now that is layers of good
stuff.
style. So for me, it's everything. Like this, he looks a little bit homeless, but but at least there is layers. Maybe my favorite style, like thing to layer with.
So there's 4 layers at least. Maybe he has a t-shirt underneath, which is obviously good for fall,
Yeah.
but also gives like a thought out look.
Yeah, and it will also work when he gets to his like, I don't know, a dinner date or his job or the office. He still can like scale off
Yeah,
one
like
layer.
remove one
Yeah.
layer and then have it's like a different looks in different layers.
Yeah,
It's like when like artists have one look and then they remove their dress and there's like a complete different look.
yeah, but this is
But
real
this is-
life.
I also wanted to highlight the chunky vintage sweater. I think it's so nice when men wear like more chunky knitted sweaters instead of just like the thin like business sweater. Because they give also more of a statement look and also very easy to find secondhand or
Yeah.
in your dad's wardrobe.
Yeah, dressing in layers is also smart because
Because it's
Yeah.
cold.
and it's cold first and then warm and then rainy and then really hot. You never really know.
Yeah, like now we're in September. I was expecting it to be like starting to get cooler now, but it's really hot today. Let's talk about mixing styles. So I think both of us, both you and I, are people who like to play with different styles. So I feel at least I have like a 60s, 70s style that I like, but then I also can really like this very minimalistic Scandinavian look. And I think I kind of combine those different styles. And I feel you also play around with different styles. I mean, there are styles that are very us, but we have styles within those styles.
When you mix American upper class,
Like a posh Brit or something.
yeah, or like Ivy School American.
Oh yeah, very like old money traditional
Yeah,
look.
like
yeah.
a very dressed shirt with like quite wide trousers and
Do you have an example?
yeah.
He has like a button-up shirt and a tie, but on top of that he has a green college sweater,
Yeah,
and on top of that he has like a vintage
coat or a blazer.
Yeah,
in
of
dog
some
tooth.
sort.
That is also like mixing like sporty stuff or like even outdoorsy stuff and like being a little bit like some posh things is something I really like.
Yeah, because if he would have worn like a very traditional old man's cap to this, that would give like a different style.
Yeah,
So I feel like the accessory kind of is the cherry on the top, and also determines whether you go more sporty, whether you go more traditional, and so on. So you want to find the balance of the right amount of each style. So it looks again intentional and as if you had a plan when you got dressed.
yeah. I like how Andre 3000 here, a style icon, is doing like his take on like a afternoon in the Hamptons, almost, with the hat and the shirt and the scarf and some accessories.
I don't know, what would you, it's like a teddy bear hat. It has like a little
Yeah.
teddy bear shape, but it's also like a cool fedora. Is it called fedora?
I think so.
Or it's not really a cowboy.
No, it's like a old school hat.
Yeah, but it's also like a straw hat. And
Yeah.
then he has like an oversized, very traditional button up. And then to that he has like, I don't know, I don't like the pants either, and some slippers. So he's really...
Slippers and socks. So
Socks.
it's like, it shouldn't work, but somehow
He looks very cool.
Yeah.
And I was also wanted to mention this thing with like the rules. I know there are so many rules about like what you should and what you shouldn't do that we grew up like thinking this is the way it should be. Like don't wear socks in sandals, don't wear socks in loafers, don't do this or that, don't mix styles and whatever. And I feel like we are past those times to live by the rules. Like, again, as I said in my latest video, if you don't live in a world or in a country where you're not allowed to express yourself freely, why would you restrict yourself? Like, go for it, dress the way that makes you happy, break the norms, break all the rules, because this is not anything that is hurting anyone, and if it brings joy to your life, just go for it.
Yeah. And if you like what you're wearing and you feel confident in it, then wear it, because
Definitely.
it's you wearing it. And speaking of mixing styles and moving into accessories, a well debated subject in men's fashion is to mix something that looks a little bit more dressed with a baseball hat. Is one of my favorites. But this guy, this is a cool look. A coat, very nice coat.
He has like a traditional like wool coat.
Yeah.
Like almost like a tweed coat. It looks like something like an old like, I don't know, scholar from London would wear. And then he combines it with like blue sweatpants.
Yeah, or
something.
some kind of softer pants. And then again, there is layers there. I can see something under the college.
Is he wearing
jersey.
like, yeah, it's some kind of shirt. And then also the baseball cap.
And the
sneakers.
baseball cap is a little bit of on the more vintage side, which is fun, and that is something that is so easy to use as a accessory, and should also be like planned with your whole outfit. It should be a outdoor thing you put on when you leave the house, and it always looks the same. It shouldn't
No,
be
exactly. Like have a few different hats, because the hat, as we discussed, like that also determines where you're going with your look. So wearing like, if he would have been like, if he could also have been wearing like a cowboy hat or I don't know, something else on his head, and the look would change completely. The way you see the pants would change depending on if he's wearing a hat or a baseball cap or something else. I had a photo, I can't find it here, but I had a photo, here it is, of a pearl necklace. And this is something that I see a lot on like cool Instagram accounts, that guys are wearing pearls. And this is something, again, like if you find it scary to go out of your comfort zone, maybe jump on a trend and start playing with that, and then eventually you will have the courage to try different things that aren't necessarily trendy but that you think are super cool. So I really think it's super cute when a guy has like a cool look and then he has a pearl necklace, because it's again the mixing and matching of different styles and having like things that traditionally don't go together, make them go together and work.
Yeah.
And that creates more of an interesting look, because there's nothing better than seeing what's not expected in a look.
Yeah, agree. And also, it is fun to play with like what's considered female and male.
Definitely.
For men to have like a handbag, I've seen that quite a lot lately.
Or like a cropped t-shirt.
Yeah. But speaking of accessories, and one accessory I will have a lot this fall. It is the what do you call it?
Scarf.
The scarf. So like this one, like just a plain white T-shirt becomes something way more interesting with like a nice looking scarf.
Yeah.
With this all, it's a nice pattern on it, and
that's a way also to bring in some color.
yeah, and shape, like change up the shape around how you usually traditionally see a man, like with a shirt or a T-shirt, and just to break things off a little bit.
Yeah,
Style.
this is also super nice.
Yeah, this is the kings of all kings, Tyler the Creator, who has a great style. He has the rolled one instead, and
Yeah, so also depending on how you wear the actual scarf, it
Yeah.
will create a different look. Have it like loose or
you
tighter.
can have it with like the you can put a ring on.
Put a ring on it.
Yeah, you can put a ring on it, so you have like more of a Boy Scout look, but with a cool like.
Also a way to put an accessory on an
Yeah.
accessory.
Can I just mention another accessory that is a vital part of my day? It's backpacks or
Oh, yeah.
or any type of bag. I'm really inspired by like the bike messenger and outdoorsy things. I love these kind of roll up. You roll them
Yeah.
up and you close
Like
them.
the top, yeah. Yeah, and what style, and also use that as a part of your whole look.
Yeah, or if you want one bag that is
Over the
Yeah.
shoulder and very oversized.
yeah, this is huge, but it's like a traditional bike messenger bag.
You want to look like you're off to deliver something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the dream.
that's your dream.
Or you can do like the biggest tote bag in the universe.
Yeah.
I think that is super cool, and I bet it has a lot of good pockets and stuff for your book.
Yeah. What do you have to say about colors and patterns?
Well, I have a lot to say about colors.
So, what do you think about colors?
I think it's almost a cheat to make your style like more interesting. People will look at you and say, "Oh, that's a nice sweater," but it's
Yeah.
only because it's a different color than like beige, black, gray, white.
Yeah, I feel it's so easy for men to elevate their complete style by using something with unexpected color. Because I feel men usually wear black, gray, beige and navy. And if a guy wears like anything else than that, people will notice him. But if I hope that you feel confident that you want people to notice you, but this doesn't need to be like you going around in like crazy colors. So your favorite color is orange.
I would say it is, at least right now. And also what I think about a lot is like the opposite color and what works with that. So orange is my favorite color, especially with blue. Here's a very nice orange.
It's almost like a burnt orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that if he were to, because the look is very traditional with a jacket and so on, but because he chose another color on the sweater and on the hat, that like, then he has a look.
Yeah, exactly. And that is important when you go from just a nice outfit to a look.
Clothes should be make you feel happy and be like a fun way to express yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for this coming fall.
Yeah. And also don't forget to check out our Pinterest board, because for me at least, I like it. So I think
There
there
are
is a lot of good
so many
inspiration.
good looks there.
And also, yes, this is supported. This is not just for men. So you can be anything or anyone and like
Many
and
good looks
yeah.
in there, definitely. So I hope to see you in the next video, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and like it, because that will help I feel it's our channel now, but it's my channel, grow. And I hope to see you soon again.